is not the end result you would want, not so much today, but overall. Just how can you sum up your season overall?
Tough season. Frustrating in the sense, I think I've alliterated this before. One of the first seasons, if not the first, in my career, right? I can't directly correlate my play to the wins, the loss, or the end of the season or overall success of the season. So that makes it frustrating. One of the best offenses in the league, explosive. Now, sure, not always to our standard. Didn't play like that every week in and week out. But put up a lot of points. Unfortunately, right, just didn't win all the games that we should have, and didn't finish out some of those one-score close games on our end, and ultimately leads us to a 8-9-1 record. It sucks, but it's the reality. A lot of good in this season, but unfortunately, it's not, as you said, right? It's not the destination. It's not the end goal. It's not where we want it to be. But thankful for the experience, thankful for the men in the locker room who gave it their all, the coaches, each and every week. I don't think effort or lack of focus or intensity was ever our problem. So appreciate everyone, giving it their all and leaving it all out there.
I assume you have a good relationship with Jerry and others in the front office. How much will you talk to them about the plan going forward?
As it comes up, be blunt, there's going to be conversations. I'm sure they're going to reach out, and if there's going to be other topics where I go to them first, right? And so there'll be a lot of communication, and I know I heard Shadi just say it at the end of it, this is the time, now that we have the time for that, right? You not only do your evaluations, but from there you decide how you're going to move forward and what pieces change and what pieces stay the same and what team you're going to put together for next year.
Clarence Hill, Dallas Cowboys. Offensively today, did you know you were going to come out at halftime, or what was the process with that, the thought process on that, and did that affect your offense at all? Because you guys weren't as productive normally as you were in the first half.
I didn't necessarily know when I was coming out. So for me, it was just play the game to win, and gave it my best when I was in there. We didn't obviously convert on that fourth down try right there in the red zone, which would have led to points, and I feel like made a huge difference in this game. We settled, or actually we didn't settle for 3, right? We had a turnover on downs, and they went down and scored immediately, and so that sucks. But yeah, that the plan for me coming out wasn't necessarily defined. So yeah.
How tired are you having this bad taste in your mouth at the end of the season, using it as motivation? Ended like
it's frustrating. Tired of it. I've got to deal with it. Yeah, sure, tired, right? But it's up to me to control, and that's why I say this year was as frustrating as anything. Is right. There's been a number of times being up here talking to you guys and right saying I need to fix this, I need to get better at this, and to have a season where it wasn't on my play, or I can't say I should have fixed that or I should have fixed that. I take accountability. Don't get me wrong, in so many ways, and the leader I am, I'm frustrated, always trying to figure out what could I've done better. If whether it was conversations here or talking to this guy there or whatever it may be. I do still put some of it, on myself. But unfortunately, we just didn't get it done. And yeah, I'm tired and sick of it, but it won't change the way that I approach this offseason, the way that I lead, and me just giving this game everything that I've got to try to change it.
Dak, Todd Archer with ESPN. When do your thoughts turn to next season?
Now, yeah. 5 minutes ago.
I didn't know if you want to get away or, reboot or anything like that,
this game is who I am. Don't get me wrong. Like this game, the happiness, the peace, the joy. I'm as disappointed as thing. It's ending. Like as much as I put into this game, much as you put into your teammates and into the culture, it just sucks when it ends, and in whatever form and fashion. There's only one team that's ever happy at the end of the season, and so I've turned the page. Turning the page now. Honestly, my thoughts are I literally said I may take a week off of not weighing myself and who cares what I eat and just doing that. But it won't be too long after that before we're completely back dialed in. And I know I said I felt like this season was success for me individually because of the process that I took with the injury and how early I started my off season. So just going into this one. We'll be intentional a lot earlier and focus on next year.
You had a long personal winning streak. Obviously, that's over now against this team. Does that even matter to you at this point?
A little selfishly pissed, yeah, but that's completely selfish. And in a sense, in another good way, it's kind of good, that it is over with. So you can go into next year. It's not even a conversation. It's not even being brought up. This isn't about me. This isn't about my win streak. So that is the good in it. But a little selfishly, yeah, I am pissed.
John Machado with The Athletic. What do you think's ahead for you in your career?
Greatness. I'm going to work every day and bust my ass and in the gym and the way that I take care of my body, throwing on the field, to do everything I can. I don't expect anything different than years past, is to be better next year than I was this year. And I think just over my career, the track record somewhat proves that. And so for me, it's just about continuing to work. I don't know if there's many that work as hard as me or as intentional as me, and so I pride myself in that, and I look forward to getting back to that, like I said, here in about a week. And so I control what I can control, and I worry about the present, and the future, will take care of itself.
And then just what have you thought in your time being around J.W. and Clowney, and then just the season that he's had this year?
Yeah, we need him. Yeah, we need him. We want him. He goes out and makes a game like this, and it's like, damn, bro, like, you're making the price high. You're making it harder. But, yeah, the type of guy he is, the type of player, the leader, honestly. He's somebody that I want around, somebody that I think that we need around. He's been awesome. He's been a great teammate. Super, super thankful to have him this season, to get to know him, to be a teammate with him. And like I said, I hope it's not one season.
Nick Harris, 4-Star Telegram. You practice against this defense every day. You understand it. What does it need at the end of the day to improve from what it was this season?
Yeah, I've got to be completely honest. I practice against them, I wouldn't say every day, right? And you get into the season, maybe once a week and maybe 3 or 4 plays here. And so it's tough. It's tough for me, and I say that it's tough for me to evaluate. I'm not going to sit up here and try to evaluate these guys when I don't truly know the ins and the outs, the calls that they're being asked to make, what they're being asked to do. I think that's a huge part of it. I heard Shadi's answer, right? That's for those guys. It's for the front office. It's for them to have those individual meetings, to ask those defensive players these type of questions, get those answers, evaluate, and make decisions.
I'll make it more broad. The team overall, then.
One more time, then.
The team overall, more broad, then.
And what gives me...
The team overall. What does the team need overall?
It's still hard to answer that. You've got one of the best offenses in the league, and unfortunately, one of the defenses, but the not so good defenses in the league, or however you said that. My job is to play quarterback. Obviously, I've been in this thing 10 years, and I've got a lot of experience, and I know a lot, and can help make decisions or help give input. But I'd be damned if I sit here and I'm going to evaluate the whole team on what we need to do, how we need to get better, particularly a couple hours after our last game. So.
And how important is the passing title to you, and will you keep an eye on Stafford and Jared Goff today?
I don't think the number's that far off now. I kind of have a feeling one of those guys are going to go make sure that they beat it this afternoon. It would have been cool, or it will be cool. Don't get me wrong. I said it to the O-line just the other day. I think it's, it'd be cool for me, but it's cool for the organization, one being the first Cowboy to do it, and it's cool for anybody and everybody that stepped on that field with me that will share that. And that's why I told the offensive line, when I get this, like, you guys blocked for the yards leader or whatever in the league. That's something that you carry just as much as I do. And so it's not something that's just me. Those receivers are a huge part in it. The running backs, whether they're making catches or making blocks, it'd be cool.
Tommy Dars, DallasCowboys.com. You had mentioned to us over the last couple of weeks, one of the reasons you wanted to play was because of the injury last year and how things ended. I know it's a disappointing end of the season overall, but to play all 17 in year 10, how gratifying is that?
Very thankful. Yeah. Very thankful. When you don't get to play this game, especially when just talking about how much love and joy and peace this game brings me, when it gets taken away, it's tough. And when you put everything in it to come back and to play your best, and you feel like you've done that, but you don't get what you want, it's a tough feeling. And just super, super, super thankful though. Super, super thankful to be walking out of the season healthy and to have a solid year.
You mentioned Jadeveon playing the way that he did. It makes his price tag go up. With George playing the way he did this season, that price tag is obviously going to be high. You've mentioned a couple times that you're going to talk to Jerry about wanting to keep him around. How early do you try to get in his ear to say, this is worth every penny?
I don't know if it's necessarily time demanding at this point. He knows that. Jerry knows that. Jerry knows how I feel. He knows, I think, how the organization feels and anybody about George. So, I think Jerry knows the importance of keeping a guy like that, talking about leading the league and passing or having a chance to do that, or talking about how good this offense was this year. I mean, that guy was a huge part of that. So I think that speaks for itself.
Joe Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. You touched on it a little bit, but how much of a benefit is there to starting this offseason healthy compared to last season?
Yeah, it's a huge benefit, and that's part of wanting to start it early and wanting to start it the right way and be very intentional with just the way that I'm doing it, taking care of my body, the certain amount of reps that I take. Right, I'm a guy that tries to outwork everybody, but that's not always the best as you get older, so it's about working smarter. And so, we'll put together a great plan, but being healthy is a huge part in it, and I think I'll have the best offseason of my career by the way that I approach it and attack it.
Having consistency as a play caller with Brian Schottenheimer going into year 2, just how much do you anticipate your guys' relationship growing and your understanding of the offense and all that? Yeah,
a lot. I mean, obviously I understand the offense, understand how he's trying to attack, but I expect the same jump any offense or team does from year 1 to year 2, and even with how good we were in year 1, right, when just anything with time on task and not just myself, but maybe the other 10 guys, right, understanding the offense, understanding the why and the purpose of things a little bit better. I think we'll show up next year and just in year 2 and just the way that we communicated and work with each other this offseason.
Yeah, Tim Kalishaw, Dallas Morning News. You're very good at being a team guy, but this is the first Cowboy team ever to give up 30 points a game. The kind of pressure that puts on the offense, how much do you have to get away from that next year to have success?
I mean, I put pressure on myself, honestly, to score 30 points a game, and I think this offense does, right, or 30-plus points a game. So, right, it's unfortunate we're giving up that much, and that did, make it a little harder, but yeah, we have to stop that, right? We've got to stop giving up 30 points a game, and that'll be, I know, the vocal and the main focus of this offseason. But at the end of the day, when you're an offense who can score 30 and 30-plus, that's what I'm going to focus on the ways that we can make sure that we're doing that and giving our team the best chance to score as many points as we can week in and week out. And there's going to be games, even when we make adjustments or whatever, and we're stopping teams, holding them to much less than that half of that. There's still going to be a game where teams score 30, 40 points that we've got to go hold our own and play complementary football. And so we've got to stop that.
You tried to talk Shotty into giving you one more to come out in the third quarter at all?
No. I mean, just the way that it was delivered to me, great season from Shimko comes up, great season. You're done. Good job. At that point, it was one score game. All the confidence in our guys going down there and scoring and all of our young guys, and just controlling the second half. So, no, not necessarily.
Was that in the locker room? Or was that on the
locker room? It was in the locker room.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.